So in our previous video, we have updated this add property component to save the basic mandatory field that are appearing here on property card. As an exercise, you were to work on the saving other non-mandatory fields in the database. Hope you would have already done that, but if not, let me show you how I did that and what difficulties I had to face while working on that. Let's go to the web API, and here in property DTO, we have these other fields that we had commented out. Let's uncomment these fields so that we should be able to pass the same in our property repository. We have to remove this age field from the database because this is something we are calculating in our Angular application. For the time being, let's set 0 as default value for this age because we are not going to pass this field from the Angular app now. These security and maintenance fields are optional one and will not be passed from our Angular app if the property is for sale. These are only needed in case a property is available for rent. So set 0 as default for these as well. That's it at API level. Let's go to our Angular application and go to add property component. Go to create add property form where we are creating our form and setting validations and setting default value for those fields. Go to the price information group and set the default value as 0 for security and maintenance here as well. In the other info group, set this possession on field as mandatory field because now we have made this field mandatory for both rent and sale of property. As this field is now mandatory, we need to display error as well to the user if the field is not provided. Let's borrow this error block code from here and paste it just below the input field related to the possession on date and replace this from RTM to possession on. We need to rename this template variable name because otherwise this ng if will give the priority of the template variable and will not get the invalid state of this field from the form field. Let's make first letter small as these fields are case sensitive and will be treated as differently if we just put the first letter as smaller case. Change it here as well to pass this value in property view that we are using to display the real-time view of our property card. And as this is an input box, we want to display this error to the user if the next button is clicked without providing value or this possession on field is touched as well. That means if the user has clicked the next button without filling this value or the user have just entered into this field but the value is not provided. Let's display validation error as please select establishment / possession date. Next, we need to remove age from the map property method because we do not want this to send in our API request. And this gated value is a type of boolean if we look at the model of property type, but we are passing number from our HTML template for these fields. This will throw an error in our API because our databases are expecting a boolean value for this field. So in our template, we need to pass true and false here for this radio button value. Save it and let's try to add a new property. Fill up all the fields to check if those are saved properly or not. Yup, a new property is added successfully. Let's check the same on detailed view if all the fields are appearing correctly or not. Yes, all fields are appearing, but this main entrance is showing a number, but it should display the direction of property like east, west, north or south. So we will fix it soon. Seems I forgot to add about property information. Other fields are populated properly. Address is also here. So all other fields are properly saved. Let's fix this issue as well. So if we go to the main entrance field, we are passing the number value here as the radio button value. Let's save this value here instead of storing code because we do not have any master for this field in the database. Save it and let's try to add a property one more time. Fill up all the fields. Yup, new property added. Let's check the fields in detailed view. Yup, this time all fields are appearing here correctly. This main entrance is correctly shown. And property info is also available now. Address as well showing correctly. So we have successfully been able to save all the remaining fields in this video. Next, we will add authorization to add property component so that only authorized user should be able to add a new property. And also we will extract the user ID from JWT and use that ID here for the posted by and last updated by fields in our next video. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.